Hi, this is Candace here, and I'm coming to you today to talk about the B.Simone controversy. So, I unboxed this book on my channel. So, when I got it and received it, I unboxed it. So, I just want to give my thoughts on everything that's going on now. So when she came out, I used to watch her when she used to do her skits and stuff on Instagram. And I didn't see her after that. And then she popped up on Wild 'N Out, and I watched her on Wild 'N Out. Then she came out with a book, and I want to support a young entrepreneur, a young woman like myself trying to, do something, trying to better herself. So when I first received her book, I didn't critique her book, and I kept my thoughts to myself. I'm a literature major. I have my degree in English literature, so I've read hundreds of books. So I felt like me critiquing her book, like the style and the way it is, I just felt like maybe my opinion it would be biased because I'm an English major, and because I've seen so many books, and and I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. Like when she came out with this book, I was just so excited that I seen her glow up. I was so excited that I was already manifesting, and she's doing it. So yeah, I wanted to support her, and I didn't want to critique her because this is her first book and she's new, like myself. Like I am new to YouTube, not new to YouTube, but I'm new to YouTube making it a business and taking it more seriously. So no, my lighting wasn't on point at first. And you go back to my first video, like my audio, everything was bad. It takes time. So this is her first book, so I wasn't gonna critique it, but my sister came over here, and I was so excited. Like, oh, book. My sister picked up her book and was like, seriously? How much did you pay for this? And I was like, $25. She was like, why is her book more than Michelle Obama's book? I was like, I don't know. She was like, she picked it up and she looked through it. She's like, and the quality is so horrible. My sister was just going off on her. And I was just like, I wanted to support her because my sister was like, oh, okay, if you like it, I love it. Then I'm laying in bed last night, and my sister sends me this text about B.Simone plagiarizing. And, I did my research. But before I even get into that, when I first read the book, she has diary entries in the book, like this. Can y'all see that? These are her diary entries in the book. I couldn't read them because they're in cursive, they're in her handwriting. I couldn't read it, and it was just too hard, like, to try to find out what word was what word because of her cursive and the way that she writes. So I just omitted reading the diary entries. I didn't pay attention to her vision boards because I make my own vision boards. And my earring fell out. She had things like this. I didn't so much pay attention. You see they're blank, and I didn't fill them out because um, they just reminded me of being in middle school. You know how when you get the outline of the essay, you have to write, and they tell you main topic, first sentence, supporting sentence, and things like that. So I didn't pay attention. I didn't like follow that. I just you read her stuff that she wrote down and her advice and things like that. And I took what I wanted from the book and then I left it like so. But there are things that she like this page here. This is a plagiarized page. This, after doing my own research. Well, it's not really my own research. It was stuff that Instagram put out there, and I just went and double checked it. She took this whole page, like, from somebody. Like, the same lettering, numbering, everything. Like, sis, you couldn't... What does your dreams look like? You couldn't make that into another sentence some sort of way. Like, what do you see what do you see your dreams? How do you picture your dreams? You know, like, to not make it so. But she took the whole thing. And then people were even not complaining, they even stated that she took the font. She stole their font. Like, this font is nothing to brag about. This is what, remember how, it's nothing fancy. It's just basic font, like the basic font that comes with the lettering. Look at it. So, I'm just so I just took what I took out the book, you know, and cause I'm here on YouTube and I read reviews and so many people said things about it's the light. I finally figured out it's the light that makes me yawn. Cause another YouTuber was yawning. She was like, "I'm sorry, y'all. It's this ring light." It is the ring light. But anyway, the reviews on B.Love sauce, B.Love Smackalicious sauce. Everybody had so many people have negative things to say. People had negative things to say about her cameo. So when people had negative things to say about Missy, I was like, ugh, whatever. But then I researched it, and yeah, it's plagiarized. I'm a little disappointed, only because I'm a little disappointed. Only I'm 36. She just made 30. No, I'm 37. I think I'm 37. That's embarrassing. But I'm just upset and just a little discouraged for the younger girls that believed in her. You know? The younger girls that believed in her and that was holding on to her every word, and you know, I feel for them. You know, I'm 37 and I took what I wanted out of the book and I applied what I wanted and applied what I needed and applied what I saw fit, and you know, that worked for me. I'm just disappointed. I'm just so disappointed. I'm just disappointed that, you know, like, why? Why? Why do that? Why not take your own? Why not use your own words? Use your own experience. Isn't that good enough? Like, inside her book, she talked about how she used to live in her grandma's house, how she used to do hair at her grandma's house, how she packed up her car, and these were her stories. I would hope, I would think, like, but if you took, that's why I'm disappointed, because if you took this, if you took a whole page, and if you took a whole font, if you took this from someone, what else did you take? What else did you take? What's real? What's not real? Like, it's just so disheartening. It's so disheartening. I'm so happy that I'm already grounded and secure to myself, and I already started manifestation, and I'm so happy that this situation is not going to, like, deter me. She's not the first person, and she won't be the last. People do this all the time, and I'm not shocked. I'm just a little disappointed because a lot of people follow her, and she put dreams out there, and she said she wanted to be a millionaire before she was 30, and then she got that. So she got that wish, that dream, that manifestation. So I just want everyone out there to know that despite this, the manifestation is real. I witness it. I do it. And it's real. Like, it's real. And the thing is, I was talking to my husband about this book. I'm like, excuse me. We're talking about, he's into something, and they mentioned manifestation. And I was like, I put a book about manifestation. And yeah, you have to this and that. And then this morning, I was like, standing in front of him, like, and he was looking up at me. He was like, okay, like, this is plagiarized. Some things in her are plagiarized. And he was like, is that the girl that did an interview saying she don't want a man to work 9 to 5? And that's when I was like, hold up, yeah, that's her. What's the problem with that? Like, everybody was saying she's canceled, she's canceled, she's canceled. We're like in this whole canceled era. But what's wrong with saying you don't want anyone to work a 9 to 5? You don't want a man to work a 9 to 5. What's wrong with that? I said, before I got married, I said I do not want to date a doctor. I don't want to date an athlete. I don't want to date anyone who's going to be away from home and from long periods of time. That just was me, but that was my preference. She has the right to her preference, doesn't she? Like, why is everybody making that such a big deal? That's not a big deal. And I remember when I didn't want to date I married my husband. It sounds shallow. I married him because he was an engineer. He went to school and graduated engineer. And I was looking for the life that I would have being, a wife of an engineer. And then, before I even got married, I only dated guys who were smart. I only dated guys who were smart. Like, dumb guys did not make the cut. I only dated smart guys. Even if they were hood guys, they were smart. They were mathematicians. They knew everything. They knew things. And then a requirement of mine to date me, that I looked for when I dated a guy, does he know how to fix cars? Because I know it seems funny, but sis wasn't fixing no car. Sis wasn't getting under no hood and changing no tire and doing all that. So he would have to do that. And that's where the balance come in, because I'll never ever ask my guy, get in the bathroom, clean the bathroom, make the bed, do this, do that. Things that I enjoy and I love doing, you know? So in return, in exchange for you never having to do those things, and I'll never be like, why don't you cook? I will cook, I will clean, but I don't want to fix any cars. I all the guys I dated knew how to fix cars, and they were smart. So with her saying I don't want to date a guy with a 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with that. And that would have been my want as well. Just like I said, I don't want to date a doctor or an athlete. I would have said I don't want to date a 9 to 5er, because once I got married and once I started having children and once my mindset changed and I became more business minded and I wanted more for myself and more for my family, the fact that my husband had a 9 to 5, it bothered me. And the fact that he wanted to work for someone else, being as smart and as intelligent as he is, it bothered me. And my best friend, I used to always be like, I don't want him to work for anybody. He's so smart. He could do it himself. He knows how to build. He knows how to do math. He knows how to fix cars. And she was like, okay, you want those things for him. He has to want those things. And I get it. Now he's on board now. Like, I don't want to work for nobody. I want to work for myself. I'm like, yes, yes. So I don't have a problem with her having dreams and her having goals and her wanting what she wants. But I do have a problem with plagiarism. And only because in college, that is a no-no. That is a no-no. You'll get kicked out. You'll get expelled. They run your papers. When you do your papers, they run it through like a system to make sure that, and then too, we could use it too, and it tells you how much % of your paper is plagiarized. Because there's some things you can't get around, some words you can't get around. But yeah, plagiarism is not okay, and that's my only issue that I have with her. Don't plagiarize. Thanks for watching. Bye.